Marcus Rashford's time at Manchester United may finally be drawing to a close. According to The Athletic, Barcelona are on the verge of completing a loan deal for the English forward, with an option to buy. United's board is said to have greenlit the move, and negotiations are now in their final stages. If it goes through, it would mark the end of an emotional chapter, Rashford leaving the club he's called home since he was a boy. Barca's new head coach, Hansi Flick, is reportedly a big admirer of the 27-year-old and has already spoken to Rashford personally to convince him of the project. Flick wants a versatile attacker, someone who can drift wide or cut in from the left flank, where the Catalans found themselves short-handed last season. Earlier this summer, Barcelona tried, and failed, to bring in both Nico Williams and Luis Diaz to bolster their left wing. Nico decided to stay loyal to Athletic Bilbao, and Liverpool's asking price for Diaz proved too steep. That's why the move for Rashford is seen as a smart workaround. High upside solution that gives Barca a quality attacking option without an immediate financial burden. Crucial at a time when the club is still walking a financial tightrope. As for Rashford, he made it clear as far back as December that he was open to a new challenge. Despite being one of United's highest paid players, reportedly earning around £325,000 per week, he has fallen out of favor under new manager Ruben Amorim. The fact that he spent the second half of last season on loan at Aston Villa spoke volumes. He's been back at Carrington for pre-season training, but his mind seems made up. Rashford wants out, and Barcelona is at the top of his wish list. Still, the idea of Barca signing a player whose form has dipped so drastically has raised more than a few eyebrows. United's asking price, €40 million, is modest by today's standards, but still feels like a gamble for a player who's contributed little over the past 2 seasons. From being the crown jewel of Old Trafford, Marcus Rashford has become a shadow of his former self. But what truly sparked controversy was the reaction from United legend Teddy Sheringham. The former striker, who wore the red shirt from 1997 to 2001, didn't mince words. In a recent interview, he expressed his dismay at the news of Rashford's potential departure. Teddy Sheringham does not believe Manchester United forward. Rashford deserves to join Barcelona after what he feels has been a soul-destroying episode. If you assess where Marcus Rashford is at as a professional footballer, you strive as a youngster to get to the very top and play for clubs like Manchester United, and when you're there, you appreciate it, the ex-United player told Sky Bet. You don't throw it away and say you want to leave. I find the whole episode very soul-destroying compared to the way I was back in the day and how I strove to get the privilege to play for such a huge football club. To hear someone talking the way he is talking, saying he wants out, I didn't like Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang doing that at Arsenal. I thought it was soul-destroying. From my perspective, if you go from Manchester United to Barcelona, that's a step up that he hasn't deserved. His words have deeply divided United supporters. Some sided with Sheringham, demanding more professionalism, more fight, more loyalty. They see Rashford's desire to leave as a betrayal, especially when he hasn't done enough to earn back his spot on the team. Others, however, view the situation with more empathy. They see a player crushed under the weight of pressure, from fans, from the media, from within his own club. To them, Rashford isn't running away. He's searching for a fresh start, a new stage, a new identity. And maybe, just maybe, the Camp Nou is the place where he can rediscover the joy in football once again. On paper, Barcelona are a club in transition, rebuilding, retooling, and searching for depth in their attacking line, while their pursuits of Nico Williams and Luis Diaz ultimately led to dead ends. The potential arrival of Marcus Rashford represents a calculated gamble. Here is a player with vast experience at the highest level, still young enough to evolve, and hungry for redemption. In many ways, it's a bet Barca seem willing to take. Under Hansi Flick, Barcelona aim to play with more speed, more verticality, and sharper transitions. Flick craves forwards who are quick, technical, and capable of breaking games open with a single moment of brilliance, qualities that once defined Marcus Rashford. But the burning question remains, does he still possess those traits, or have the weight of expectations and a loss of confidence dulled his once explosive edge? The move also raises eyebrows from a tactical and cultural perspective. Will Rashford truly fit into the high-demand, tightly structured environment Flick is trying to build? Stylistically, Rashford thrives on space. He's at his best when running into channels, exploiting gaps on the break, and finishing moves with ruthless efficiency. It's in transition-heavy direct systems, like the ones he briefly flourished in at Manchester United, that his game shines. But Barcelona under Flick still embrace a ball-dominant philosophy. Possession remains king, coupled with aggressive high pressing and rapid transitional play when opportunities arise. Forwards aren't just scorers, they're playmakers, pressers, connectors. They must circulate possession, understand positional play, and contribute on both ends of the pitch. And this is where the doubts begin to creep in. Tactical intelligence, team-oriented movement, combination play in tight spaces, these have never been Rashford's strongest suits. In fact, they're the very qualities that define Barca's attacking core. Lamine Yamal, for instance, brings creativity and balance from the right, cutting inside, beating defenders, and threading clever passes. Rafinha plays with relentless energy, presses intelligently, and combines well in build-up. Dani Olmo is the glue, linking midfield and attack, organizing play in tight zones with remarkable spatial awareness. Rashford, in contrast, brings pace and goal threat, but with a completely different profile. He's more instinctive than intricate, more explosive than orchestrated. And if he can't quickly adapt to a defined tactical role, there's a real risk he could look like a square peg in a round hole. Still, there's intrigue, there's hope, a change of scenery, a new philosophy, and the right kind of man management could reignite the fire inside Rashford. But at Barcelona, second chances don't come often, and patience runs thin. For now, it's a risk. Whether it pays off or not, that's a story still waiting to be written. Beyond tactics and skill, what truly matters in elite football are attitude and commitment. And these are the very qualities that have come under the microscope when it comes to Marcus Rashford. Over the past 2 seasons at Manchester United, his name has been tied to a string of disciplinary issues, skipping training after late-night outings, reported clashes with Erik ten Hag, and eventually being left out of Ruben Amorim's plans altogether. These off-pitch problems have cast doubt over Rashford's professionalism and discipline, 2 values that Barcelona are doubling down on as they rebuild not just a squad, but an identity rooted in unity, responsibility, and tactical rigor. If not managed properly, Rashford's arrival could disrupt the delicate balance Flick is trying to establish. He's not the kind of player you can just throw into any system and expect results. He needs clarity, he needs structure. Maybe as a central striker in a counter-attacking setup, maybe as a left winger given license to finish moves. But whatever the role, Rashford must buy into the system, press when required, drop deep when needed, and commit to the team's ball progression schemes. If he doesn't, the disconnect won't just hurt his own performances. It could undermine the chemistry of a young, evolving attack and risk the collective harmony Flick is trying so hard to build. Then there's his inconsistency. Rashford is a streaky player. He can be electric for 2 months, then vanish for the next 4. For a club like Barcelona, where every roster spot matters and every euro must be justified, that kind of unpredictability is a luxury they may not be able to afford. A prolonged dip in form could mean wasting a foreign player slot, weakening the starting Owangs, and disrupting attacking flow, not to mention the mental toll it could take on an already fragile squad. According to top-tier football sources, Rashford has agreed to take a pay cut to make this move happen. His desire to wear the iconic Blaugrana shirt is genuine and understandable. Every footballer dreams of playing for a club like Barca, especially when they're no longer wanted at their current one. This could be the reset he desperately needs, a chance to step out from the fading spotlight of a boy wonder who lost his spark and rewrite his story. But to truly start over, talent won't be enough. Rashford must prove himself not only with his performances, but with his attitude, consistency, and daily dedication. He must show hunger, discipline, fight, not just for goals, but for a place in one of the most competitive football ecosystems in the world. Because Barcelona is not a sanctuary. It's not a rehab center for out-of-form stars. It's a battlefield, a proving ground, and every day is an audition to stay. This transfer isn't just a new chapter for Marcus Rashford. It's his biggest test yet.